You gotta have the discard into the clock. You can't just give them infinite time.
So Connor Daughtry coming through with his spicy Band Reclamation deck.
There's a Sultai Reclamation deck that's kind of floating around Modern right now. This is his hot take on it.
There's a Sultai Reclamation deck floating around Modern.
There's a lot of crazy stuff you can get with Sultai Reclamation.
Well, I imagine so.
Or Mystical Teachings for black spells. Like you cut the white for fatal push into the path. That's mostly the same.
Right.
And then you get Consume the Meek.
Okay.
The 5-mana destroy all. It's like destroy all creatures CMC 3 or less, I think.
Right.
Damnation, and then you get some walkers.
All right.
It's interesting.
I don't know about you, but I enjoy reading the Modern Magic subreddit sometimes.
Yeah.
And every week they have all the decks that 5-0'd in the leagues. And you see the ones you expect to see. You know, the greatest hits, if you will.
Yep.
But then there's the B-sides. There's like the offbeat tracks. You know, there was a guy who had like 5-color Saheeli on there this week.
Nice.
Somebody did like a Niv Mizzet Reborn Modern deck.
Okay.
I mean, just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Like I always like, there's somebody had 12 rack, you know, using Davriel. Like, you know, that's the fun part of the format, is that people are going to find weird brews that are going to see more success than maybe the deck construction suggests, entirely because they're unexpected.
Yeah.
And people build their 60 and their sideboard around, you know, it's certain meta that they expect. And you go online, it's the Wild West. Who knows what some dude in the Czech Republic's going to do to you? It certainly isn't going to be what happens at your LGS, you know?
That's kind of things with these eternal formats. People get comfortable. They start to basically play from memory, recognize play patterns.
Right.
When you see something completely new, you don't know what's going to happen. You can't really play around it. You can't make a proactive plan. If you're playing something mid-range or control where you have to react to your opponent's things, you don't know what they're going to play, you're going to lose.
I completely embrace that trope by playing Naya Zoo.
Yeah.
You know, nothing quite like playing turn 1 Wild Nikata and making your opponent go like, what?
Right. Yes.
What year is it? What's happening? Is 2013? What's happening? I don't understand.
That's basically me with every week one deck. I have no idea what anything's happening. I look back at every week one deck and just like have an abysmal record against it, and I learn how to play, and I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad. I know what I was doing.
Are you playing any standard this season?
I'm going to play 2 weeks before the Invitational to get ready.
Yeah, I mean, you qualify top 8, so you gotta jam something.
Instant invite. I was like, oh, this I'm going.
I put together Boros Feather.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to at least play in the MCQ that's here in Cincinnati at the beginning of June, which is a week before the Invitational. I should go to that.
Maybe.
It's in fact, Internet will be at the same store I first met Michael Farrell and lost to him, which it's a time warp.
Okay.
It's a story I love to tell, that I met Michael Farrell by losing a win and in for a PBTQ top 4. You know, and it started a series of many losses that I've suffered at Michael Farrell's hand.
It was funny. Round 1, I played against Robert Meadows and lost, and then we played again in the finals. I started and ended that tournament playing against Robert Meadows.
And you know, importantly, you ended it by beating him.
Yep.
And it's always important to beat Robert Meadows.
We were playing so fast, the judge was like, "Oh my god!" And we're like playing like Teamer Pile versus Jun, and we're just going like lightning speed. He's just like, "You guys know your decks." We're like, "Yeah, and we know each other, so like we know what's going on."
That's fine.
We're not sitting here trying to bluff each other. And
this is a semi-friendly PPTQ final.
I think we were done our final. We played best of 3, and then like they went pretty long, and we were still done in like 20 minutes.
I completely believe it. There was not a lot of slow decks that day. It was like Infect,
I think it was like Infect, Burn, and then me and Robert playing at lightning speed in the top 4.
Mono Red, Prison.
Yeah.
Because I remember the other Burn guy, because I was playing Burn there. He got Chalice on 1 turn 1, Chalice on 2 turn 2, and he like scooped. He's like, I only have 4 cards I can cast on my deck, and they are only 12 damage.
Right.
Whoop. Yep. I literally cannot win. But congratulations, of course, on the auto invite, and I look forward to hearing of your tremendous success.
Yep.
So we're almost done with the round here. I'm going to go out. Michael is going to go and probably demolish his round 2 opponent, and we'll see if we can find the next matchup for you.
Keep me on round 3 or 4.
Sailor Moon.
I didn't see it. Okay.
Is she really?
Because I'm looking for him. Stamped cards.
Normal?
I don't think we got
Yeah, back to what we were talking about before. I think
this
set makes a little bit of a splash.
But I didn't have to shop. Because I'd buy them if you guys had them.
That's fair.
Buy what? Stamped Cards and Nugans.
Oh, do you also have Forgotten Hearts yet?
Alright, you guys are live and good to go whenever you're ready.
I rolled a 6. You rolled a 7.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. I will be on the play.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, that sounds good, bro. Man.
What happened here? 9 to 2? Did you just play on camera? No, you didn't.
It was Farrell. No, it wasn't Farrell. It was
Patrick.
Matt and Pat.
Matrick. It was
Tried to combine them the other way. Pat.
Yes. Yes.
Pat you.
Pat you. Pat you. Yes. Alright. Ba-doom. Hopefully, all field rounds. That's it.
7 field.
Heck.
Hell yeah.
Oh, heck. Can I London mulligan? Is that fine?
Nah.
I'm okay with that.
Nah.
Yeah, right.
Maybe next month.
Let's try it again.
It will also be attempting one more time.
Deal. Yeah, I wonder how like quickly they'll.
You think they will?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've hyped it up too much. Like I don't think they would have agreed to test it at a pro tour if they didn't intend on at least just firing it off, unless it was an absolute disaster.
Yeah, but everyone that I've heard from, like pro-wise or whatever, have been like, yeah, it's good, and a lot of control players are saying it actually benefits them.
It benefits everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it benefits everybody.
It just like,
But some
I think
people
it's-
slightly more now. Like Tron was the most popular deck at the Pro Tour because of the anticipation for the London Mulligan.
Yeah.
If they weren't testing it, it definitely would have been Phoenix. Phoenix was like 0.5% behind Tron in popularity at the Pro Tour. People were specking really hard on it being really good with Tron, and only one deck top 8 it. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I think it's fine.
I don't think the power level is too different across certain decks, but I just don't like change.
it does benefit some decks more than others, but I don't think it does it measurably.
It just actually creates fewer non-games of Magic, and I think
Probably,
that's what we want as a community.
It creates
I don't
more
like
non-games
cheating
as a result of sideboard
years,
cards,
man.
which strive to achieve non-games.
I mean, yeah, but that's because people choose to play busted decks.
Yep.
No, I don't like it. This is not good.
You gonna Morgan it?
No. Heck. Oh. Yeah.
Hold on.
Can't have one land.
Oh wait, that's right. Because that's what good things are supposed to do.
It's true. One could argue there are no good Tron boys, but you're here making a difference.
One could argue.
They wouldn't have that much ground for it, besides like centuries-old hate.
Yeah. People tunnel vision on Tron players exceptionally.
Correct. Yay for 5. Good cards? Maybe? Yes. Yes.
Your deck does not have that many bad
Heck.
cards in it. There are only a couple cards in Esper Control that I would consider bad cards.
I will have to keep on the top.
I'll be straight to the bottom.
Deal. Yeah.
Draw for turn.
Deal.
Tawa.
Of power.
Style.
I'm styling on these hoes. Indeed. Play my own Journal Rock.
Nihil Spellbound.
Mine doesn't make manu though.
Gren. Trigger.
Deal.
Draw. That thing.
Heck.
Stirrings with the floating green.
Okay. Mini London Mulligan.
Relic.
Sure. You have a map. I'll crack this on you. Draw a card. Draw for turn.
My graveyard is exiled.
Dude, hell yeah.
welcome back once again to Tuesday Night Modern here at Games Swap in Mason, Ohio, just north of the lovely city of Cincinnati. This is Top Deck Productions, bringing to you some live Modern Magic: The Gathering. This is round 2, and we've got Connor Sloan playing his reliable mono green Tron versus Lucas Duncan, who's on black, white, death, and taxes. So we had a collective interest in seeing this one play out. Actually, just a couple weeks ago, Connor had to play black, white, pestilence. So I'm interested to see how he fares here. And joining me once again is the man himself, the mighty serene judge known as Scott Binford. Scott, thanks so much for jumping on the mic here.
Of course, no problem. Good to leave you back here by yourself.
Now, you know, I don't want to be left unsupervised. That's
true.
Very important.
All right, so we have mono green Tron and black and white Death and Taxes. All right. Well, I'm going to be honest here with you, Joe. I don't know a whole lot about either one of these decks.
Well, I don't know much about Lucas's build for this. There's all kinds of different taxes builds out there. Mono white taxes, Eldrazi taxes, black white taxes. And, you know, there's room for experimentation, but obviously they all rely on different ways that Lucas can do resource denial and tax different effects Connor's have. So he's going to have main board game against Tron, most importantly. He's going to have effects that are going to prevent Connor from going off on schedule.
Okay. So now I've played against like black and white tokens, and I've played against like, mono white taxes. What exactly that you know of is the particular differences with the black and white Death and Taxes? Like, how does that relate to?
Well, he's going to have Tide Hollow Sculler in there for sure.
Really?
I would assume. I mean,
Okay.
that's a really good card that's in those colors that allows you to get a lot of value. And then, you know, you can have all kinds of weird interactions with that card that allow it to get additional value. But aside from that, I don't honestly know what Lucas has got in here, so we're all going to find that out together. So we've got 2 mulligans to... Did not see who got the play here. I think it was Lucas, yeah. So he is playing his black-white fast land passing. Connor's on Relic. I see him Forest. Trying to see what other... There's the Tide Hollow Skull right on
okay.
schedule.
So
So we're
we
going
got-
to see Connor's hand 2 Karns, an Ancient Stirrings, a green, and looked like it was
Wormcoil
Wormcoil
Engine.
Engine. So Connor took a kind of a risky hand as far as keeping his mana on curve. He was really hoping to dig with that Ancient Stirrings, and Tide Hollow Skull is taking that away from him.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a bit of a rough one here for Connor Sloan. That Ancient Strings is going to have to pull a lot of weight, and without it, I don't know what he's going to be able to do right now.
Drew into some cantrips via Sphere and Star. He's got Relic. He's got card draw, but he desperately needs to basically top deck 2 of the Tron lands he specifically needs, or a map, or Sylvan
Now,
Scrying.
I'll say they're still playing Sylvan Scrying, I believe. So there are cards he can hit, but he's going to need something here soon.
Meanwhile, I'm seeing ooh,
Blade Splicer.
Blade
okay.
Splicer. I have so many stories of when that card was in Standard. Man, I died to so many 3/3 golems.
Yeah, from what I understand, Blade Splicer is pretty good.
Well-
Getting a 3/3 with first strike, it's not nothing.
So Connor is in desperate need of some amazing top decks, and he got one in a Sylvan Scrying. So he's going to be able to get a Tron land number 2, but
Okay, so I think with that, he's probably in a pretty okay spot. Now he just needs one of 11 different draws, I believe, off of the 3 other Sylvan Scryings, 4 lands naturally. Oh, sorry, no, 10, because he only has 3 Ancient Strings left. No, 4 maps.
Four
so
maps.
It's actually,
yeah, it's 14.
it's 14. So it's not all lost. He's only facing 6 damage a turn.
So if he's able to top deck one next turn, he can probably get Karn out while it's still relevant. But it's going to be very close. And
Well-
this is not counting whatever Lucas has in his hand. It's going to be able to be disruptive to that.
Sure. And really, I think you probably go for the Wormcoil Engine here, don't you, in this particular matchup first?
Yeah, just so you can get that value out of
Yeah.
getting your life total back and getting blocks on the Golem token.
Mm-hmm.
What does Lucas have in his hand?
I keep seeing the Tectonic Edge, but I'm not seeing much past it. Oh, we have a Flicker Wisp.
Oh, that's going to be real good with Tyler's going. Oh, or Blade Splicer. Both.
Mm-hmm.
So we're definitely getting some value.
Still good.
Yeah, I agree with Rob Meadows here. Liking taxes here, so long as they find some sort of land destruction effect.
Although Lucas has not needed it.
And actually now he has the, okay, yeah. I mean, he had the Tectonic Edge anyway, so I don't think there's going to be much further Connor can do at that particular point in the game. Looks like we're already moving to game 2.
Yeah. I mean, Connor has to be on curve and start disrupting Lucas's game plan, and keeping a hand that had 1 Tron land, 1 Forest, 1 Ancient Stirrings is a little risky. And then when you lose the Ancient Stirrings, Tidal or Sculler before you can really get going, I mean, there's not much else you can do there.
Yeah. I mean, if you got to keep the Stirrings, that's probably a pretty safe 6, but I can't help but wonder if maybe a 5 could have been a bit safer. But going into a blind matchup, I don't think it was terribly unreasonable.
That was not unreasonable at all. But Lucas took incredible advantage of that. He had the exact hand necessary to win from that point as quickly as he could, and he did so.
So what kind of things do you think we can be expecting out of the Death and Taxes sideboard here? Kind of black-white stuff we got going on. Maybe do they probably play like more Scullers in the sideboard, you think?
I have no idea how many they play main deck. If he's not playing with full 4, I mean, any kind of anything that he can pull in that's going to take cards out of Connor's hand is going to be at a premium, especially because he can get that interaction off the Flicker Wisp. I guess the main question to me is how much land destruction does Lucas have available to him? What is he playing main deck versus what's in the side?
Sure, and we only really saw the Tectonic Edge that game, so I imagine he might play some sort of split between Tectonic Edge and Ghost Quarter.
Right, some combination of the two. So presuming that he has some amount of reliable land destruction, you can expect to see that. I'm not sure if Black-White Death and Taxes runs any of the common artifact slowdown cards like Damping Sphere at this stage. We're looking up one that's available on MTG Goldfish, and it's pretty spicy.
Yeah, I'll say this one's a little old. It's from 2017, but gives us a little frame of reference. But it looks like this list in particular runs 4 Scullers in the main.
It looks like it runs basically just its Ghost Quarters and Tectonic Edges main deck anyway, which of course, why wouldn't it? It's attempting on purpose to eliminate his opponent's color fixing and Tron lands right off the bat anyway. So,
and it looks like they also run Arbiter in the Black-White version, which is just, as everyone knows, very good with your Ghost Quarter effects. So if we can see like
Got it.
maybe are they playing Vial in this one? They are. Okay, so probably a turn 1 Vial into turn 3 Arbiter with Thalia back up on a Ghost Quarter. Probably is like the ideal line here, I think.
I would hope, and he's got the Thalia in his hand to start here, so he's got some of that ideal ready to go. And meanwhile, Connor, I mean, Thoughtnaut's here. What are you trying to do here to disrupt Death and Taxes?
Did he bring in Thoughtnauts here?
I mean, that's a question. That's an open question.
Oh, I see.
Because I know Connor has that in the sideboard. He also has he's experimenting with some new cards. I know that as well. He's running a new Karn. He has a Wish-oriented sideboard right now. I don't know if it's like totally in on that strategy or not.
Okay, so he's playing the new Wish Karn in his main board?
I do believe that he's playing it. I don't know if he's got a main board or if he's playing it in the side exclusively. But
Okay.
Right now, Connor's on schedule with his Tron lands. I don't know if he has natural Tron or what, but
You can't see the third piece. Oh, that's a tower in his hand right now, so it looks like we still need a power plant.
Take 1 Natalia.
Lucas is going to go ahead and play that Thalia.
Yep, that's pretty good. All right. Expedition map.
Which he can cast, thankfully, because he's got a 3rd land that he can put down this turn. Not ideal, but he can still start to force his way there. Is that a nuke? Ugin lurking in his hand. I'm trying to see what his last card is. I think it's his whatever threat he kept that hand with. I think he's got back in his hand right now.
Yeah, so we see stirrings, the map, the other Tron piece, and
We apologize if our audio has been low or bad. We'll try and speak a little bit louder. Stony silence, well-timed on Lucas's part in the face of an expedition map that was about to bring Tron into existence.
yeah, that's actually rather unfortunate for Connor here, especially since it looks like he drew a Oblivion Stone.
Oof.
Yep.
Now he is in desperate search of Nature's Claim or bust. And I'm not, yeah, I think that's an Ancient Stirrings he's got there. He's getting no green source. And of course, even if he drew a star or a sphere right now, it wouldn't help him.
Yep, he needs... Okay, so we got... Is that Ugin the Ineffable?
Yeah, that's the new Ugin.
Interesting.
So he's got new Ugin. He's got...
He has a Nature's Claim, Ancient Stirrings, Oblivion Stone, and another tower, but no natural green sources. All right. And what does Ineffable do here? He makes 2/2s and can destroy any target permanent that's one or more colors.
Yeah, he makes little 2/2s that, when they die, get you a card. Which is very... Nothing quite like making a creature you want to have perish.
And actually, it's not just when they die, it's whenever they would leave. So any sort of interaction will just put the card in your hand anyways. So if it's pathed, mainly if it's pathed.
Mainly if it's pathed, what you would call the Thragtusk out.
Yep.
Any kind of interaction gets you the value you're looking for. So he's taking Nature's Claim with the $10 Scala, which feels very right at this stage because Stony Silence is critical to him winning this game. And there's the star that is no good to Connor, even if he could do something with it right now. I think he drew and passed the turn. I'm surprised he didn't.
Wouldn't you just want to keep playing land drops anyways?
Yeah, just so you can get to 6 and force out Ugin if both walls fails.
7 at this point. We have a Thalia on board now.
Oh, second $10 Scala. This is
wow.
not good.
Things are looking downhill pretty fast for Connor here.
Taking the Ancient Stirrings. So Lucas is just going after card selection. Not really worrying about the threats in Connor's hands since he can't cast them and he knows it. Connor's definitely, I can tell from his body language, not enjoying this experience. He knows he's on the downslope.
Yeah.
Not a lot he can do at this stage except get hit by 6 and then almost certainly draw his next card and have it not be useful. There it is. So that's a quick 0-2 for Lucas Duncan on taxes.